Okay, what happened last time on D&D?
We started sailing to the fucking frozen lands of fucking Elsa. Tell me I'm wrong, Garrett.
Of Elsa.
Not everywhere that's frozen is frozen related.
It is now.
And some other stuff happened.
Yep. Something happened.
Yeah, we came in contact with a cloud giant.
Yeah, those guys are crazy.
Cloud giant, uh, aptly named. I guess I didn't write it down. I don't think we got his name.
I don't remember a cloud giant.
Yeah, you don't remember
I'm
Cloud?
I'm sorry.
It was on
I
our
I
way to
don't.
Stalat.
Yeah.
Dolat. Yes, where we met other Josh, only it wasn't him, it was Horvian.
It wasn't him. It
Yeah.
was him.
He
Yeah.
stopped by, gave you some lore, disappeared for 8 months.
Show us the low.
You all, last time, spent a lot of time licking your wounds. After an enormous battle with an evil demon, business as usual, you all were kind of recouping in this maelstrom of a destroyed town. All this crazy shit. You dropped the magic item. You adopted a child. You got Inbright Sun to be your captain. All the loose ends closing up. Finally, you are ready to venture forth. A successful mission being done. I think you guys leveled up. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we're 14 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that gets me, but we'll figure that out as we go.
Your last bit of hope met a vampire long ago who described his. Well, you didn't know he was a vampire, I guess. But you met a man long ago. He described his homeland. And lo and behold, it happened to match the description, or his description happened to match what you saw, those looking glasses presented to you from that one pillar of reality you failed to save. So, got in your airship and ventured north. A long trip over the stolen lands. You saw your old stomping ground, as well as the myriad of changes that have been going on to the country. The great Riverlands kingdom, now owned by the warrior king, now is a part of Brevoy. You passed the Lake of Terror and the cult that you guys really interrupted. Um, Visited Souffle's city yet again. Um, Saying hi, checking in on things, seeing what the populace was up to. You heard rumors of war and everything you'd expected to hear there. Continuing, you went farther and farther north, colder, farther you've ever been before. In the sky, almost decidedly beckoning you, saw a glistening castle in the sky. A humongous, exorbitantly huge castle sitting on a cloud. Almost unbelievable if your own eyes weren't staring at it.
There was a beanstalk leading to it.
You decided to investigate and were met by. You found the castle. Was sort of this giant. It had this whole town around it, as though it was a normal castle, except on a cloud. Um, You were beckoned in to park your airship by a cloud giant, this towering, huge, blue-skinned uh, giant. Cloud giants are a crazy mix of strength and magic, powerful and almost incorporeal, barely part of this plane. Um, you were met. He kind of helped you guide, parking your airship. You got down, had a bit of an Alice in Wonderland moment of everything is just slightly too large for you. You feel like maybe how a halfling feels in a elven city or something like that. Everything is just a size category larger than it has any right to be. Uh, a chair or a stool, you'll have to put your foot on and jump, trying to get to it. But yes, you're here, this mysterious castle in the sky.
Right.
The man who summoned you, towering cloud giant, looks down at you from his unbelievable height, and he pulls up his goggles, and he gives you a friendly wave. He's wearing a half mask, hiding his nose and mouth. He's like, "Hello, little ones." Booming voice shaking you to your bones.
I will do a courteous bow.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Agastra.
How do you want to spell that?
Agastra.
Do you say that to his face?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
He kind of sounded like a cop, like taking notes.
Just
Like,
writing shit down on a little notepad, like very suspicious.
Astra. Well,
I suppose I should RP some sort of Kosuthian greeting, but I don't know what they do.
You've had this entire time to make one, James.
Mm-hmm.
I spread my arms wide while making some. I don't. Can I? Am I able to do firework magic?
Yeah,
Is that
sure.
thematically, we're just gonna
That is
say I
a
can do that.
very extra greeting.
Yeah. I'll spread my arms wide, do some little fireworks thing, and then sort of like swirl my arms into a like putting my hands together type thing,
You
and that'll
doing
be
the
my.
Fire Nation thing or the Final Fantasy X thing?
Uh, I don't know.
Both. He nods knowingly. He says, "Oh, child of Kosuth, I hope you don't cast me to the flames," he says with a jovial voice. You
Oh, you weird bitch.
I'll
you
say,
note
not if I don't have to.
roll perception checks.
oh boy, I'm super good at these. 15.
That's a clean 7, dog.
11.
21
Okay.
John for the win.
with my plus 10.
The two higher people, Yark Souffle,
Yep.
you realize nothing too much to note, but you realize he's speaking to you like one speaks to a cat, perhaps, or a puppy.
I guess you're
It's
right.
not a mean thing. It's just being like a pet a bit.
I mean, I think that would probably be how I would react to a bunch of little people. Oh, you cute. Pat, pat, pat.
I don't know what to make of this situation. Souffle's never come across anything like this. I mean, well,
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to deal with this either. It's just kind of a wild circumstance.
can I do a history check to see if I've read anything like this? If there's been any
Sure,
encounters?
sure.
That is a 17.
Um, Cloud giants are a known race. They're of the giant family. You know, hill giants, mountain giants, all this. Cloud giants are a bit different, though. Like I said, they're barely part of this material plane, being beings of unbelievable strength and magic. They keep to themselves high in the clouds, as you can see, and rarely dabble in the affairs of mortals. On that note, he says, "I'm sure you have questions. Come, come. I'll guide you."
Oh, we don't see a whole bunch of you. Um, I hope you don't mind. I'm wearing probably a cousin of yours belt. And I'll point at the hill giant. strength belt.
Uh, he nods knowingly. Says, "Oh yes, I've seen that work before. Paltry, but I'm sure it gets the job done.
Oh, made it. I like it.
It looks very good on you," he says.
Like, how much taller than us is he? I'm pretty sure
Uh,
you explained this before we ended last game, but I don't
he's about
remember.
40 foot tall.
Oh, Jesus. So we're like not even up to his kneecaps.
No, I'm sorry, not Cloud Giant. I did the wrong giant. He's about 30 foot tall.
So right at kneecap.
Close, yeah. We're probably like
Not a big difference.
even with the shin bone.
Yeah.
You guys walk and talk. He steps out of this sort of open air dock, if you can even call it that, parking on a cloud. And you walk into the town proper. Quaint, beautiful town. You see the cloud giants all around you. Um, heights of maybe like 25 feet to 35 feet on a very tall cloud giant. You know, you see a tall, lanky individual every now and then. Yeah, very large, very large. You walk into what feels a bit like Alice in Wonderland, as I said. Perhaps how an halfling feels in an orc kingdom. Everything is just too damn big. Large houses, quaint and inviting, nevertheless towering. Crossing the precipice into the town proper requires a huge, uncomfortable step to get over. The kingdom in the clouds is beautiful as well as mysterious too. The cloud giants themselves seem to exist right between the aether of the arcane and the physical world. The giants weave clouds themselves into art, structure, domicile, and decoration. Giant flowering gardens hang inexplicably from brushstrokes of mist, vibrant colored flowers with heads large as your own body, oranges and yellows. Creatures seemingly made of cloud and mist themselves abound. A misty viper with a hooded head and as large as any great boa you've ever seen lazily slithers by you, casually taking an apple in its mouth that had fallen from an impossibly tall tree, and lies on the grass sleepily. A group of large birds fly over, going from perch to perch on the large castle battlements. Some of them are normal birds, while some of them are the misty, incorporeal blue and white. The cloud giants are massive, powerful, but welcoming and kind. Nearly everyone gives a friendly wave or holds a hand down to greet you, gently shaking your hands, careful not to crush anything. Most adults wear stylized, elegant masks, while the younger children do not. Some sort of social custom they follow.
I'll look up at uh, our our guide right now. Be like, is it like weird that we're not wearing masks?
No, no, we understand. You're foreigners.
Too late.
Is
I've
it
already
kind
put
of
mine
like
on.
having your dick out in the wind?
Wow.
Closer to just walking around without a shirt on. You know, it's not you'd get a couple of glances if you were a cloud giant, but we understand you simply don't know.
With my mostly bare chest out.
Yeah, I mean they don't care about chests. Apparently, they care about faces.
Uh, I will then say that, well, if it's not too offensive, then I think I'll partake in the customs and I'll put my mask on.
He nods approvingly. It says it does look better this way. You look a little naked otherwise.
Well, I don't want to have me balls out. Do you got like any shops around here for like us, like little people?
No, there are shops. Um, there's leatherworking, tanning. Some you really don't understand. It's just something different language to you. There's bottled mist and cloud giants almost smoking these big hookah-looking things, but they're not really smoking. They just breathe in, and it seems to invigorate them. Um, there's food as well. You could get a pie that's like one of those comical pizzas that challenge, at restaurants. One of those things.
Oh my god. We're doing that before we leave.
Oh, if that's the case, before we do that, how about I help make it for you?
Oh, you'll make a lot of table-sized pie.
Well, yeah, I can do that.
You really do feel like you stepped into a dream or drink a potion that says "drink me." Everything is just slightly sized up. Passing all these people at their thighs and knees, and they look down and smile and wave friendly, or you assume their smile reaches their eyes. They wave at you, they greet you. Very odd.
Odd because it seems like it's too friendly, or odd because there
Hang on a
is
second.
like an
I'll be back.
unknown certainty with it.
Odd because I don't know, life was normal like 30 minutes ago, and now you're in this crazy place. These
Now we're in Honey, I
strange
Shrunk
creatures.
the
Yeah,
Kids.
The uncertainty of not knowing what's really going
yeah,
on.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Experiencing it,
Of
but not
being in a
understanding.
foreign country and not knowing the language.
Yeah.
Or the culture, like even a little.
Yeah. That's the vibe I was getting. I wanted to make sure that that's what it actually is.
Like
Oh,
you
so it's
got on a
like
plane
loving
and went to
tacos
rural
but hating
China.
Mexico at the same time.
Well,
That's one way to
maybe,
put it, I suppose.
maybe some of us are feeling that way.
Your guide, um, there's some places of interest. You're not on a time frame. He's not hustling you along. There are several cloud giants working at this huge station that has these magically bended orbs, and they have these like when you do drawing on a map with you stick the point in and then you draw the circle so it keeps its place for you, whatever that fucking thing is called. They have a bunch of those like on these big orbs. It's crazy to set up, and there's like 5 cloud giants, and they're all walking around working dutifully at something. Um, there's a great telescope, beautiful and exorbitant. It is huge. Even with compared to the cloud giants, it sits on this two strong pillars, holding it up in the light, pushing it towards the sky so they can look at the stars. Um,
Haven't
there
we seen
are
a telescope a lot recently?
Yeah, you just saw a telescope, but it was a little weird.
I don't remember what it was. It's
In the
probably because
dream,
Yeah.
I wasn't paying that much attention.
No, it was a
Is
telescope in the dream with all the dwarves where you got your fucked up axe,
yes.
pike, hammer thing.
I have a question.
Nope.
Although we are out of our element here,
Hmm.
is there anything that seems like it's just a little off?
I'm here. Jenny's mom just called about our cat.
What happened to the cat?
He's good. She just went and fed him. I'm staying over at Laura's house.
Oh, nice. Roll me an insight, Patches.
All right.
Ash.
Ash Ketchum?
13.
Seems fine.
Okay.
Am I rolling perception?
Nope. It just happens.
What a waste of a nat 20.
Oh, crit ones to follow.
Yep. Man, I just had a thought and I can't do that now. Wanted to try to get a really big, tiny knife.
A really big
Oh, this
tiny knife.
Tiny knife.
That's an
Yeah.
awesome idea.
Jark's letting them intrusive thoughts come out with his blood weapon
Wasn't
though.
there a Final Fantasy character that used like a spoon or a fork or
Yeah.
something? He used like utensils
Yeah.
for his weapons.
Final Fantasy 9.
I was about to say, I'm
Tina.
pretty sure it was 9.
Well, I was thinking of like Orcana of Time,
Tonberry.
where he gets the the knife from the gorgons and it's like a fucking great sword. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be so fucking awesome, but I can't do that.
Well, I mean, you could do that.
No, I can't.
Good.
I have other intrusive thoughts that say, absolutely not, you little bitch.
But otherwise, your guide patiently and friendlily, in a friendly manner, waits for you, taking the sights into the next leg of the tour.
I take in the sights.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not sure what to do here.
So
Tell me what I see, Garrett. Tell me the lore. I
anything
cast
you
legend lore on the sights.
It's D&D, baby. You can do whatever you want.
Can I jump off the edge?
Yeah, you can.
Can I live
No.
just one moment?
I'm just studying everything that I can see, taking notes, writing everything down, because I gotta record this shit.
Just
It's
trying to
definitely
find that
fascinating.
jewel that controls all the robots on the castle in the sky.
not particularly to our guide, but just sort of me wondering aloud. I will let escape my lips. How the fuck do half giants happen? As I'm like looking up this dude's shorts.
Very carefully. Being masters of the arcane, they can adjust their sizes as needed,
Oh,
Wow.
among anything else they want,
Must be popular with the ladies.
as evidenced by their strange affinity for buildings and structure. Half parts of it being cloud
are we like literally
and mist.
walking on clouds right
Yes,
now, or
yes,
is
you
it
are.
paved?
Clouds it is.
I'll turn to the giants and say, "Look, I'm all for walking on clouds, but when can I start walking on sunshine?"
I
He
do
flicks
want
you
to
off
like,
of the
Your
he
own.
flicks you out of the castle.
I do want to like get down and like kind of pat the clouds. I want to feel it.
It feels like cotton candy, like wet cotton candy.
Ooh, can I like push my hand in,
Yes,
like all the way in?
it'll go as far as you want it
Oh god.
to.
Hey, if I like really tried, would I fall out the bottom?
uh, your guide, uh, Augustra,
I'm gonna ask
scratch.
him that with my like shoulder deep, with my hand down into the cloud.
He scratches the skin under his mask and looks a bit concerned. He says, "I really wouldn't suggest it, but the way our clouds work is it's just as light as you want it to be, or just as dense. So I guess there's nothing stopping you."
But are
Oh,
they?
so I could like accidentally fall through.
Yarg starts sinking like quicksand.
Yeah, kind of like yeah. You
I
realize
can't
you're in a
make
dream,
dot
then it all
dot.
just kind of falls apart. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying that.
The intrusive thoughts win, and I fall. Like shit, no.
Why are we here?
You'll have to continue the plot for that. He waits patiently,
My
heading into the
God,
castle itself. Do you
the
continue?
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
is this like a Netflix? Are you still watching?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was letting you guys get the ambiance. I guess you got it.
You,
I guess you get it.
I think I touched all the bases that I mentioned. Ooh, wait, we're getting drunk here. We're definitely getting drunk here before we leave. I bet they got
Uh,
the best drinks.
usually I would say no, but fine.
There's no king or anything like that, but there are a few older cloud giants wearing masks of gold and gem, sitting in a beautiful courtyard in the center of the castle. The castle is quite unlike anything you've ever seen. There are no doors, no windows, only wide open spaces and huge openings to the outside. There's no throne room, no great entrance halls, just these beautiful, huge rooms with a chaotic mix of uses and people within them. Um, ooh, they lay out a blanket for you, and provide a picnic, huge versions of food you're sort of familiar with, along with fruits and vegetables. You have no clue what they are.
I want a giant turkey leg.
Definitely a piece of mutton. They've chopped it down to be more your size, but even then they didn't do the best estimation, and it's fucking huge. A
Oh,
64-ounce
God.
steak.
My God.
This is the best.
Garrett's just over there drooling on his notes.
Oh yeah. You sit in the beautiful courtyard among these open castle walls, no ceiling. On the right and left of you, the walls are completely open, down to an endless fall below. Mist and cloud goes over the edges in slow churning waterfall of smoke like mist, silent and patient. Roll me perception. More ambience perception.
I wish I had my real dice. We're gonna have to just trust
23.
the...
Oh, 17.
Hell yeah. Another 7, my good sir.
Another 21.
I hate these fake dice. Patrick, you're in charge of rolling for me for the rest of the night with real dice.
I'm rolling with fake dice.
Fucking
Well,
motherfucker.
Ash and Souffle, you notice, everyone notices, but you put two and two together. You're sitting. I mean, it's crazy. You're sitting on the cloud. You have this open view to the left, endless sky forever. It's an endless ocean of sky. You can see a few clouds, and on to the right, same thing. These waterfalls of clouds are going along, and the only breeze you feel is this wonderful, warm, fragrant breeze, lightly kissing your cheek. It should be a torrent of wind. Notice it's not. That's it. As you
Uh,
sit, mm,
I was going to say that I lean over to Ash. And, you know, it does feel like something is a little off here. I can't quite place it myself, but it just doesn't. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no, I get that too. Not entirely sure what it is though.
Well, it's because they haven't tried to squish us yet.
yeah, you're used to people trying to kill you.
This is like Star Wars Pathfinder, where it's like, I got a bad feeling about this.
It's like people are being nice. What's wrong?
Yeah.
That's right. But I say that with a mouthful of food and like trying to figure out how I'm going to get into the ale cup.
Yeah, it's like a basin of ale. It's crazy. Um, like one of those big wooden buckets to transport water. It's like one of those.
Yeah,
My God.
like
You
doing the little gazelle thing where you like stick your face down to the water and you try to just like slurp it.
so you
Speaking
drank
of
the
those
ale?
two,
You drank the ale?
absolutely.
Oh my god, you fool!
I'll drink the ale.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's delicious. It is
Do it.
unbelievable. It's some of the best ale you've ever drank in your
I'll
life.
do it again.
Um, it is pure. It's fragrant. Has a depth of flavor, and it crackles with energy like pop rocks.
What the hell
Interesting.
is that?
It's the cocaine they added.
Yeah, it's the rohypnol.
Yeah.
Train's pulling into the station.
Like, are we talking
Wow.
like like carbonation crackly, or are we talking
Magic.
like
Like
It's
magic
magic.
crackly.
It's
is
magic.
he's a magic?
Yeah. It's magic.
You hear someone's shouting from the kitchen, Rohypno!
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I taste it the first time, I will snap my head around to the guy. I'm guessing he's still around us. Be like, what the hell is that?
You all sit and are greeted by the you don't know, is it a council, You're not sure. Town elders, something like that. You exchange pleasantries. I assume they ask for your names. I misspoke. They give you their names, which is like there's like 7 people there. I can list them all out if you really want, but you exchange pleasantries. They already know who you are. They've heard your tales.
We know. What
They say we. I mean, they don't all speak at once. It's just a collective conversation here. You see. But they, as a whole, they say, "We've heard of your great deeds, and we come beckoning you into the sky for a favor."
Sorry, a bunch of people just came in here screaming, so I didn't get any of that.
You exchange
Uh,
pleasantries with the elder town council, whatever they are.
Amazing.
They know who you are. They've heard your deeds, and
Oh my.
with your fame, they said they've beckoned you here into their castle in the sky to ask a favor.
And what favor is that? Is it a favor worthy of a price?
I mean,
Well,
Now, hold on just one moment.
mhm.
I- Uh, you're telling me that cloud giants that are known of, but not really recorded or experienced in any type of manner on the level ground of existence, since y'all are way up here, you know of us and have actively sought us out for a favor to be had.
We enjoy the affairs of small folk, their lives and their struggles, what they believe in and what they think is important. But we are not allowed to intervene.
what? What?
Well, we're
Why?
we're here, so that's horseshit right there, sir.
he's going to start quoting the Heisenberg uncertainty principle in a second.
You mean the Prime Directive?
Yeah.
Like
There's
they
Spock.
follow the prime directive. Come the fuck on.
Uh, Ash will stand up, lean forward and be like, "Look, let's just cut to the chase. What is exactly that you're needing us to do?"
We, as we said, are not allowed to intervene in the affairs of small folk, but this is a special occasion. They look worried at each other and kind
Mm-hmm.
of give you the story as best they can, um, kind of dancing between um, trying to keep it neutral to their own wants and fears. Um, again, the prime directive sort of thing. But um, they speak to you. They speak in common, in obvious deference to you. They still color their speech with the leftover primordial speaking patterns, in which they exhale mist in great breaths to punctuate the end of their sentences, or raise their heads up and blow a cloud like mist in various shapes and colors when excited or concerned.
So they enunciate like James Hetfield?
They say, and
But
every other
way
word they
worse.
say, "Yeah."
But way
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. A full lung full of breath. These are very patient kings. They're not in a hurry.
No, she's
Just
not.
They speak like Ents.
yes, exactly. But more breath.
She's okay.
They tell you a terrible dragon has wrested control of the sky. Smart, smart enough not to be overconfident, as most of his ilk. Usually, older dragons and even ancient ones have hundreds of miles of territory, which they begrudgingly respect and hold from each other. He has taken the skies from one horizon to the other. We
Does this
worry.
dragon have a name?
Jeff.
I want to kill it.
Jeff, the god of
Uh,
biscuits.
Even this would not be enough of concern to involve small folk. But we worry that worse things can happen still, or are happening as we speak. Every few generations, Tiamat,
Oh,
they
Fuck.
look at you, stopping their sentence mid-speech. Know who Tiamat is.
are they
Oh,
asking us if we know who
Yes,
Tiamat
yes, you
is?
know who Tiamat is. They say.
do
I'm
I
gonna
Uh,
roll
know?
that history for a 17.
Maybe magic-y people or
I'm actually
historical
trained in
knowledgers.
religion, funnily enough.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
nat
probably.
20 on that history.
Oh
All right,
shit!
yeah. You guys are heroes. You know who Tiamat is. Either just as an aside from school when you learn the Pantheon, or like tales and
Heard from other
legends.
adventurers at taverns.
Sure, yeah. Like, oh, I'm sure I saw a Herald of Tiamat one time. It was the biggest dragon I've ever seen. Everybody's like, yeah, sure, okay.
It,
Yeah.
it's akin
Big
to Ash
fish.
telling people he saw Ho-Oh and no one believes him.
Yeah, exactly.
Episode
Anything
1.
I, I,
involving
I s-
Tiamat.
I stand up and immediately yell, I did see Ho-Oh. Don't you dare say otherwise.
That's why I'm like this now. Is my wish.
Yeah. Forever 10 years old.
Once every few generations, Tiamat will choose one dragon to be his chosen, and rain destruction down upon the land. His chosen will be granted power, intelligence, and longevity. Most dragons of legend are said to be Tiamat's chosen.
Sort of an avatar of Tiamat.
So how is this not like your problem and not little people's problem?
All I know is I was all in until I heard Tiamat. You guys are fucking insane.
Well, I still want to kill it. I just am really confused on like obviously if I punched you in the dick right now, you'd crush me.
Mm.
But if I go and punch this T Mat guy in the dick, maybe I live. I don't know.
If Tiamat claims a chosen, it will be everyone's problem.
So how does that not make it something that you can put your fingers in?
I'll say surely
Uh,
powerful wizards and mages and warlocks and whatever you guys happen to be could
Don't get me wrong,
take
I'm
down a
still
dragon
all
more
on board to
easily.
kill this thing. I'm just confused.
a worthy and competent question, and I don't begrudge you for your ignorance. But we follow the edict of Ao, uh, which I don't think any of you would know. The primordial god, don't worry about it.
Oh,
Ao says we are not allowed to interfere.
I am
Full,
unfamiliar with that one,
full
just out of
stop.
game, which is unusual.
out of game, I
I,
know who AO is, but
I was going to say, out of game, I think I've heard of AO, but I don't
AO
know.
is
I'm not
the over god. He's the god of gods.
OG,
He is.
primordial,
Yes, he was the
rock.
originator of
Yeah.
all of the gods.
Really?
The
Yes.
primordials have seen the pantheon shift like 20 times now. There's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this fighting. Oh, this god's new. This
That's
god's
so badass. I've
primordials.
never heard of this.
Yeah, AO is like the king of fucking all of the gods. He will pimp slap all of them. I forget, I don't know. I won't go into it. Continue.
The Lord Ao not interfere, nor do we. Full stop.
Uh,
We they look at each other and they look concerned and not concerned and a little frightened and uh, worried and shameful almost. They say that we tread on the line of blasphemy, even telling you this information. But if we could stop this destruction that Tiamat would cause, we're willing to shred that line.
Uh,
Wait,
I lean back and say, and what exactly would you have us do?
I think that's pretty obvious. We murdered the shit out of this guy, right?
This is not something as simple as killing a random guy in an alley. This is a
Oh,
lot
I
more than
think
that.
it is.
Mm,
Look,
Jark,
you just
it's not making a normal stump, my friend. It's not
no.
even
You
close
just
to
have
making a
to hit
normal
it
stump.
harder. If there's one thing
Oh.
that I have learned in my life, is you just hit it harder. And whenever your
we,
body fails you, your limbs fall off, you just keep swinging.
the Cloud Giants say, we cannot guide your hand, only provide information.
Um,
I think you're wrong there. You just pointed me in the direction. You guided me here.
All right.
I'd say
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
fine, and I appreciate that you can help to guide us in that direction. But would it be possible that you could help us procure some items that would benefit us along the way?
Yeah, for dragon slaying.
I was actually gonna say that.
Oh, yeah. You got one of your belts?
Too bad other Josh isn't here. He'd be like, "Oh, dragon slaying."
that's
Yeah.
true. I need his voice.
Yeah.
Um, they look at each other. As you came in, you kind of would have answered your own question. A bunch of dirty pacifists. There's not even like, I mean, the sheep are like laying in the street, getting their belly scratched, and there's no like items of war, you know.
Oh, no.
But,
What, you got belts,
but,
right?
um, we know of this possible chosen of Tiamat early because one of the dragon's latest claims for his power is one of our own, a great wizard, cloud giant, our brother, had his own tower far from here. Uh, we knew of the great dragon, whatever his name is, um, the wizard Dulavaskar, Herald of the Rain. Somebody
Shit.
wants to write that shit down.
You
Yeah, hang
That's
on.
kind of badass.
do what? Spell that.
Dullarvaskar, Dulavaskar, Herald.
Do or voo?
V,
Uh,
like as in vagina.
D
Ah.
as in the dingo, or
Really?
dog.
D. It sounds like you're
Oh, I
saying.
had it right!
Dulavaskar. Dulavaskar.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying
Yolavas.
the.
I'm still sick.
The Herald of what?
The rain. Herald of the
How's
rain.
that going, Garrett?
Man, I'm at like 80%, but god damn, it like
Yeah.
won't leave. It won't cross the finish line. My
Yeah,
Yeah.
nose is constantly stopped up. It's been
it's
days.
at least 2 weeks of that. Yeah.
All right. So yes.
He's a cloud giant as well. Is that what you said?
Yes, he is a great
Okay.
wizard, a cloud giant brother of ours. The dragon, the horrible dragon, seen taking the skies where his tower is. All communication has been lost. We fear the worst. He, either a victim of the dragon, or he will know more information and be able to properly equip you with any items you need.
Well, what about items of here? I mean, it's obviously there's no weapons to be had, but you have all sorts of magical means.
Look, yeah. Look, see this.
Um,
You see me belt? It's one of your cousins, right? And so, like, if you could get me like one of your belts, it'd be better, right?
you notice none of them are wearing a belt.
Well,
Or underwear.
are you kidding? Well, I
Their dicks
already
are out,
noticed
Shark.
that.
Hey, can I ask this? Is it possible that you could make me one of your masks, just so that I can remember this encounter that we're having?
That they can do very easily. But
Oh,
otherwise, you're not going to get quest rewards before you do the quest. Just out of the game.
I want
These
Yeah,
are a
I
bunch
want
no,
of
to ask you.
pacifists.
no.
They
I just want a
can't.
mask. I'm not even. the mask doesn't even have to benefit me in any way. I just
Sure,
want to
sure.
have one.
Me
Their
too.
magic
Me
is
too.
extreme, unbelievable, crossing the boundary of what a wizard can do. But they're using it for growing plants, weaving clouds, defying gravity. Nothing they can give to you, and nothing that can help you in battle, really.
Okay.
I want a mask too, though. I don't want me balls hanging out in public, you know. At
That
least not on
that is easy.
accident.
Oh, I think I have a picture too. They will happily give you a mask that could also be valuable.
Are all of them like? Do they have like all of a theme, or are they all like just sort of expressions of their own thing?
Very much expressions of their own sensibilities and personalities. They all sort of they all sort of follow this sort of gold inlay with various jewels, but some have like tusks. Some are long and go down to their chest. Some are like your like the dock worker. He was wearing goggles, so he had only a half mask.
Oh, that kind of mask. I'm sitting here
Several
thinking
other
they're
people.
wearing like bandit masks.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
I thought they were wearing like masks that were like strapped around the head or something. So
Very
they're like
austere. Like
doing like we're in polite society with me little
yes, yes,
hand
exactly.
mask thing, and they
Polite.
just that seems pretty tiring actually.
They control it. They're not. They don't have to hold it.
Yeah, I was about to say there's no way Garrett's making giants hold the mask.
Okay, so it like magically
Yeah,
like
they can
floats in
like
front of their face or whatever.
they have pretty good mastery of wind, gravity, that kind of shit.
Gotcha. I definitely want one of those. That seems awesome.
I'll tell them,
Can
or
it
I'll
float in
ask.
front of my face too?
That they can easily do. Weaving the wind itself, you see several of them take a long inhale and exhale, and it's like a beautiful cloud was formed right in front of you. And they weave it and they churn it and they turn it like they were weaving a bolt of cotton or some sort of a fleece. And from within, they pull out these beautiful golden inlaid white masks, mirroring their own, but much smaller, which they are happy to give to you.
Oh my fucking god, that's so cool.
A gift, but valuable if
I'm
you were
just
willing
writing
to
this
sell
down as cool ass mask.
it. Sort of like a masquerade ball mask, sort of thin, light, austere, and they can shape them however you like. Half mask, eye mask, full mask.
So, question:
Easy peasy.
Is it just masks that you can do, or is it particularly anything?
I imagine there's not much we can't do.
Okay. Well,
Mm.
uh, I would like something alternatively in lieu of a mask. Uh, s-
Hmm.
be a little bit more uh, beneficial for me to not have one and it be used elsewhere.
Certainly.
Uh, would it be alright if we did this before we finally disembarked and went to go find the Lavaskar?
You are welcome here as long as you wish.
Are we all level 14, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Our home is your home. Even if you choose not to strike out against the dragon, that is your choice. But you are a welcome guest, no matter what.
Listen, buddy, you said dragon. We're gonna we're gonna fight the dragon. We might die, but we're gonna fight the dragon.
That's a
So,
sacrifice I'm willing to make.
so, so hold on. Side note: Do we wanna do something for Embright Sun as well?
What do you mean?
Cat toy.
Oh, right.
No, not cat toy. I was thinking more of kind of like
Get him his own mask. He needs a
no,
mask.
not a. I was thinking more like kind of like a vest where it's really fucking puffy on the back for him.
I'm not sure why.
Just because.
But
Why
then
don't we
his
get him a
balls are
captain's
still
hat?
gonna be hanging out in the
Ah,
wind if he
yeah.
comes out here.
I say we get him a captain's hat.
Oh, that would be cool too. Well, if he
Do
ever wants to
tabaxi
come on
names
the island.
change with their profession?
I don't think so.
No. They uh,
I
there
don't know. He Sales wasn't born with that name, is all I'm fucking saying.
is you're right. You're right.
All right,
His family were probably sailors, and
he
as a young
he
kid,
got you on that one.
he
Damn.
loved it.
That's awesome. He sails.
That was okay. That was a tabaxi we ran into.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Garrett thinks I don't remember things, but I remember things that no one else remembers.
Clearly, because I don't remember that dude.
He
Yep.
could
Yeah.
sail through life. He could be a
Oh,
lawyer and
what?
sail through his cases.
Get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
I mean, look, Garrett never said how the word sail was spelt. It could be sail as in
Yeah,
sailing, or
he's
he could just be
sail.
a fucking provisioner and sell shit.
I think they changed their fucking names, but all right.
They might. They might. That's up to them.
Cast legend lore. James, find out.
That's kind of like Sitting Bull, okay? You know,
Yeah.
he's like 85, retired. He's not fucking
Okay,
sitting any bulls
this
anymore.
motherfucker is gonna earn the name something to do with Captain in the Sky or some shit. That's all I'm saying.
You don't know. They may have like a fucking
Okay, but let's give
sightseer
him-
for kids, and they can see shit. And that's how they
Or
get
we
their
could just
names.
skip all this bullshit and just get him a hat made.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right, I'm
Fine.
gonna ask the giant
Whatever
if he'll
his
make-
name is.
if he'll make a captain's hat and describe what kind of captain's hat, like a tricorn hat, to him so that he can produce one.
Yes,
They
put
are.
put his name on there.
They're a little confused, but once you explain, they say, "Oh, okay, yes, yes." Kind of a traditional sailing hat. You'd see a captain of a ship with a telescope looking out to the sea and pointing, wearing. They weave the mist, forming this sort of captain's hat. It looks like a well done job. They mimic the material of leather perfectly, but the color is similar to their masks. That sort of white and gold inlay.
Wow.
Cool.
What about your daughter?
Oh yeah,
her?
I guess we
Has-
can get something for her.
Patrick's like, whatever. Patrick's like, I'm done with daughters right now.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
John, you're always better at figuring these odd items out.
Or back.
What do you mean figuring these odd items
Item
out?
for her.
Hmm. Um. We know she's young age. She's very inquisitive. Why not? We could. What if they made something that's like kind of like a puzzle ring, something she can wear but can still take off and play with?
Shouldn't we ask how they're aware of her?
Oh,
I
They-
said that in
yeah.
character. You guys would have remembered.
yeah. They didn't particularly ask that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
okay.
Garrett said so low.
In character, you guys would have been like, "Oh, of course, our beloved Whisper."
I was about to be kind of suspicious. Like, wait a minute. That's kind of big information for
Oddly
you to fucking
specific.
know. Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, I'm all for just getting her mask too. Like, fuck it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah.
Get her one that's like screaming in pain.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Mm,
Christ.
Can't,
Well,
Why
there
don't-
that is.
why don't we get it to where? Let them make it to where when she puts it on, it has an iridescent sheen as well to match with how her hair changes. You know what? Fuck it.
Plan.
Just give her one of the fucking Dragonborn wizard masks.
Sure. The wooden one.
Yeah, yeah, the ancient ones.
You guys get some knickknacks in tow.
Oh yeah.
They say, let us carve our friendship out and give you a bunch of gifts and food and ale.
Yes! Food nail.
At one point, I want to ask if any of them can figure out what the crescent moon pendant is, and I want to study their reaction whenever I show it to them.
Ooh, that's a good question. Hmm. They are very interested in when you bring it out. Um, they look at it, peer at it. Um, they say, "Where did you get this?"
Uh, I would say it's a long story, but it's not necessarily a long story. Short end of it, we saved a little an avatar of a string, which is one of the things you made. Uh, all intents and purposes, she's sort of our daughter now. But there was a being. Give me a second. Named Asganath that was hunting her down, and this was something on his possession.
Give me a persuasion. Talk them into talking.
Persuasion,
Good cop, bad
21.
cop. Shouldn't have even asked. It's like,
Honestly, my persuasion's a +7.
that's not too good. Yeah,
No,
you're
it's
more
because
of
it's
a
my performance and intimidation
perform.
that's
Yeah.
higher.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Still, that's good. That's good. Um, you, they say is they kind of dance around the topic, but you press them a bit, saying, well, I fought a demon to get it. It's not a surprise what it is. Just tell me more about it. Which makes sense. The cat's out of the bag. But they say this is of the deepest abyss, a little shard, the deepest layers of the abyss, immensely powerful. Uh, she'll tell you about it. This is a magical item. It's called Shadow of Agony. It gives a flat +1 to all damage sources.
Oh,
Oh
god
shit.
damn.
So, hit him with a pipe, +1 damage at the end. Eldritch Blast, +1 damage at the end. Hit him with a sword, +1 damage. It adds up.
Does that apply to magic missiles?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Mm. Well, it's not cursed of any kind, is it, that you can tell?
I think its very existence is a curse. But you you won't be cursed directly.
Alright.
Don't know what you're so worried about. Just play with it. Oh,
Well, with
right.
that noted.
Yep, nope. All I want is a table-sized pie and a like barrel of ale to take with us.
Uh,
Easy enough.
so, that pie that he mentions, can I help make that?
You're not
Sure,
gonna
that
put
sounds
any
fun.
kids in it, right?
No. No? I
What?
I don't think I've ever come across putting kids in a pie, but uh,
More
uh, n-
accusatory, no.
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 I'm just saying, like, so there's this whole thing in Barovia where they put the kids into pies, and it's usually like
Mm.
these old magic ladies, and then you have to like beat them to death, and like use their limbs to beat them to death, and then like it's a whole thing. But,
All right. So, knowing
but
that,
people get
I
addicted to the pie
knowing that
if you put babies in it.
I cast message, and I tell Ash and Pitch not to eat the pie.
I'll just be like, what the fuck? Okay.
All right. Well, making food with cloud giants. That's gonna be a. Well, yeah, it's a first experience, but I don't think I've ever come across anyone saying that they've done anything like this. All right. So, pie time.
You step into a tavern called Breath of Life. It is a beautiful, well-kept tavern. Again, very much Lord of the Rings. When the hobbits go to the green, what is it? The green, the other dancing mayor. What is the tavern? Fuck, I can't remember.
The prancing pony.
Prancing Pony. Thank you. Yeah, it's just like everything's too big. They're looking up at the fucking counter. They can't see over it. Exactly that experience. You're
Oh.
greeted again, more friendly handshakes, gentle on your hands. There's, cloud giants are happy and amused to see you, kind of treating you like pets, asking you questions about, oh, are you elf? And, yeah, yeah. just friendly questions, almost like you would ask a tourist that you don't quite know the language of, but friendly nonetheless. Souffle, you're brought to the back. Your guide kind of heralds you in there and says, "Have fun," And you see this huge kitchen. There's meat hanging on hooks. There's steaks and ham hocks as big as you are. There's vegetables. Some you recognize, some you don't. Spices. It's like barrels full.
All right. So
Dunes.
I'll come back out. Jark, what kind of pie would you like?
Well, I
Child
mean,
pie.
not the kid kind.
Well, it's not going to be kid. I don't know that we don't. I no. If I was going to make kid pie, obviously Whisper would be the best ingredient, but she's still here, isn't she?
Jesus.
So
She was still
I
on the
don't
boat.
do kid pies.
Well, the other one said that they didn't either.
Well,
but
that's them, and that's not us. I don't know how the hell they do things in Barovia or whatever the fuck that place is, but we don't do kid pies here.
well, I
Uh,
don't know. I've not had pie that wasn't kid.
All right, so what kind of pie would you like? What kind of filling?
I don't know.
Meat, stew
Ale,
like? You want a beer battered pie?
maybe.
Do
I
you
don't
want?
know.
Do you want it
I
to
You're
don't
be?
asking me
know.
questions and I don't
I
know the
don't
answers.
Do
know.
you want meat in it? Do you want it to be, fruit
Yes.
laden? Do you want it to
Yes.
be spiced? What?
Yes.
So a spiced
Yes.
ale
Yes.
based
Yes.
meat pie
Yes.
with fruit accenting the taste.
I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll go with that.
Just make it that one I saw earlier looked really good, and I just wanted
All
to
right,
be
all right.
like table
Okay,
size,
I'll
so I could like
I'll
eat
make you a
a table.
pie. Just wait right here, and I am going to roll my performance to see how well I
yes.
can do this. And Garrett, check your messages.
Oh Lord. Oh goddamn. Okay, Souffle, you spend some time in the kitchen. Though foreign to you, a lot of things you even have to sort of ask for that you can't attune to yourself. You stop the Cloud Giant chefs a few times as
I
they.
do want to like try to watch to make sure he's not putting any kids in there.
No, get the fuck out of my kitchen. Don't be in here. It's rude to invade my working space. You have to let me
I was being
process
super
everything.
stealthy.
You know, I guarantee, unless you can beat a fucking 20 perception passively, I don't think you're going
Nope.
to.
Not even close.
Garrett, I sent something else to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Here's the children part. Oh, damn. Okay. Yes. So, Souffle, you step into
So
the
after I
kitchen.
get shooed out, I will start talking to this guy about if he knows where Barovia is, because nobody else seems to know.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You make yourself acquainted with the kitchen very quickly, Souffle. A few things you have to ask. What is this spice? You sniff it, you taste it a little bit, you kind of get the gist. One of the chefs in the back, kind of casually cooking along with you, you see him take this huge breath in, and he blows this mist on this huge center cut looking of steak, massive, and it sears the top in a perfect sear. And you're like, I'm not so sure about that. Uh,
Garrett,
you
it's 2, by the way.
Hmm. uh, okay.
What are
Uh,
you fucking girls giggling about over there?
You'll find out.
Regardless, you make your way
Uh,
around the kitchen like an expert, like an artist, Gordon Ramsay. You're grabbing this spice. You're jumping up really high to grab a utensil. It's both funny and inspiring. Throw the huge pie into the unbelievably large stove, which is powered by this sort of magic crystal underneath. You have no idea, no time to figure that shit out. It cooks the pie perfect. The crust so buttery, so flaky. Inside, a hearty, fragrant, inviting, delicious bite. You pull out the perfect pie, just begging to be eaten, ready to serve to your friends and the new cloud giant friends you made. Is there anything you want to do or say before serving this?
good God. I fucking I fucking roll investigation on this shit.
I will bring it out and set it down and say, I have toiled, and this is probably, by far, in all my experienced years of making anything, the most perfect pie I have ever crafted.
I walk
Especially with
over to
things
you
that I
and
have
look at the pie.
never seen or touched, knowing that have existed. It's been a wonder and a splendor. Yark, you have the privilege of tasting something I have never made for anyone else in existence with things that we did not know were possible.
Don't eat the pie, Jark.
Did you put kids in it?
There are no kids in it. I don't know
I
how
know
to.
what he put in it.
I
Insight check.
Go ahead, insight
I
check.
ar- I already know
Insight
what you
check.
put in that
Try.
pie.
Oh,
I already know.
I actually rolled
There's only
actually
one
well.
thing
Was a 7?
mischievous you can
That's
put
a
in that
17.
pie.
James Hush.
There are no dead children in
There are no dead children. Jark.
I know what the
Alright.
fuck it
it,
is.
or
I
alive.
fucking two fists just like jam me hands in there and like pull a big chunk out and like try to slap it on me plate. It gets everywhere. And then just like
You and the rest of the cloud giants dig in. Um,
and I
you
start
all
going at it.
Nope.
You all
Nope.
have similar experiences. You take a bite, and the crusty, buttery, hearty meat, perfectly cooked, perfectly spiced. You have a very ratatouille moment where you stop and you look directly at the camera and you remember all your childhood and all of everything good that ever happened to you. By far, the best thing you've ever eaten. Easily,
Fuck.
easily. Uh,
Yes.
the strange Yark, you didn't know what the hell you were talking about when he was asking you all those questions. You kind of just dozed off and started thinking about smashing people. But the
I just
finishing
started saying yes until he stopped asking questions.
the finishing fruity sweetness takes it to another level that is unseen on this plane of reality.
More.
But but you cough a little, Yark. A little cough in the back of your throat.
A magical cough?
Starts to get a little hot,
Because, yeah.
a little spicy, Yark. It's starting to get a lot spicier. It's like a ghost pepper. It's sneaking up on you.
Oh, whatever. You did the pepper jelly. I thought you cracked the geodes into it.
No, I only have one left. No, I got two left, but I'm not. I'm
I
not
was
wasting them on
fully
that.
expecting this to be like filled with laxatives, so I was like prepared
No,
to
I,
get
I
this
didn't think it
episode
was that.
like,
Yarg, take 2d4 of damage.
oh no!
Make me a Constitution save.
Take duty 4 and then make a Constitution
Yes.
save.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
one
in that
second.
order.
All right, so that's 6 damage.
God.
6 damage plus a con save. What do we got? Oh God, I rolled so poorly. 15.
Oh,
I mean, that's still pretty good. But, you don't black out by any means.
That's a
You
good start.
you step up and you're coughing,
So
and
yeah,
then you start coughing uncontrollably. You're coughing your lungs up.
and like trying to grab up the whatever bucket of ale and
Yeah.
look full head in the bucket, trying to slurp up some of this.
Go to grab the ale. Agastra is grabbing the ale at the same time. Make me a strength check.
Oh God, this against the goddamn cloud giant.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, he could possibly roll low.
Uh,
okay.
Less than
These
10.
things have like a
No.
strength of 30 or
Yeah.
32, right?
He
Yeah.
rips that tankard away from you and drinks it down. He's coughing as well into his beer. You see foam splitting up as he's coughing, and he kind of
Isn't he
goes.
like spilling down his beard and dripping on the floor? I want to
Yeah.
lay on the floor underneath him.
What I envision for Yark is like he's still eating the pie. You know, like after it eventually drinks, he's like, "Oh, pie!" Just eats another pie.
I mean, where's the lie?
I take another bite. I take another bite of the pie, and I rage.
Even though it doesn't help.
The
Pretty much.
tavern
Not
has turned
bludgeoning
into
by
a symphony of
raging.
coughs and sneezes. A few people are starting to retch. The cloud giants are tough, very large, but this is still spicy. Yark, you were kind of punched in the gut, being a mortal man, just barely. But the cloud giants as well. They were like, God damn, that was fucking spicy. What the hell? Wasn't Ao's name? Are you crazy? Is that what elves eat?
You know,
I've got
some of
like
us, yeah.
snot running out like down my lips. Like, have you ever seen a toddler that like sneezed? Where they have like the two snot rockets like going straight down their face. That's Yorick right now, still trying to eat pie and drink ale.
They're
With
sort of blue
tears.
white, incorporeal-ish skin. You can see their lips red as like a pantomime, like a clown's red lipstick being painted on some of them, and they look miserable.
By the way, guys, that was a nat 20 and 2 vials.
Good
Oh, God.
God.
I was like, I want to, and I rolled it, and it was like, oh, it gave me what I wanted. That
I
was a
don't know how
35
you
total.
have that shit anymore.
Alright, so over the next, we'll call it 30 minutes. How many times do you think I need to roll these d4s?
Depends on how much more pie you eat.
I think it has more to do with rolling those con saves whenever you gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that'll be a new fight. A new battle approaches.
It's so damn good, but you can't stop.
I can't stop myself, though. uh, Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to roll these d4s and then roll a con save until I fail.
Okay.
You just tell me what number I have to hit on me con save.
Um, there's a limit. We'll start with 16, then it'll drop by 2 each time.
Alright, so the next one is 5 more damage. Oh, nope, not 15, you jackass.
You like lick the ale off the floor, and you're like, "Oh Jesus!" And you grab a big heaping porta pie, and the cloud giant guy like grabs your hand. He's like, "Stop! Stop! It's too
Okay.
spicy. No
Please, no
spice.
more.
No spice."
So it's a 16 on me, be con save.
Okay, it's leveled out. You know,
Fuck
you're
yeah.
you're sweating
Eat some
bad.
more. That'll be 4 damage this time around. And oh shit. That's a 13 on me con save.
Yeah, you'll be hacking up a lung.
Oh, that was a fail?
Yeah, it went from
Nice.
16 to 14.
No,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, yeah. Nope, that's where we'll stop then. And rush off to the bathroom to shit me guts out, buff me guts out, whatever else happens to happen in there. Say a little prayer.
Yard gets to experience painful shit, really?
Yep.
I thought I left him behind, but he's still here.
That's right. This is what Strawn felt like.
Your war pike is like, "Oh man, I'm from hell, but you're crazy."
Wow. There that is.
Yeah, mixed reviews. Souffle. Amazing start. Little too heavy on the spice finish. You cayenned it up a little too hard.
That was the intent.
People are torn. These are very kind, gentle people, but even you is getting some dirty looks.
They'll live. Who else can say that they made cloud giants question spice?
If someone rolled a nat 1, could you make it to where they choke and die?
Sure. Yeah, good roll for everybody.
They're gonna get like severe dehydration and die from the diarrhea that they get afterwards.
I just picture him leaned over off the side of the cloud, just shitting.
Yeah, you AoE bombed a tavern full of cloud giants.
And they still like you.
So yeah, several hours later, I will wander out of the bathroom. Or the Porta John, or whatever the fuck they got around here. I guess like an outhouse is just like a hole that like drops off through the clouds and decimates some poor villager one day.
Insult to injury, as you have to like wrench yourself up onto the toilet. You know, like it's so tall.
Oh god, I have to climb. Shitting the whole way up.
Every step, agony.
When you guys came in, the Cloud Giants were like, "Oh, hey, who you? You're an elf, right? You guys like to do X, Y. I heard you did this. Isn't that true about your race?" They're asking you all these questions, like curious, like natives to a foreigner. As you leave, it's really quiet. People are looking at you warily.
I'm just gurgling.
Hey, where are they gonna leave?
They
Well,
don't. There's no invitations.
yeah.
No, there's no invitations to the after party or for you to come back.
Yeah, I'll just
Ever.
like waddle my way up the little ramp up back up to the sky ship. Yeah, but this is gonna be a bad ride. Oh.
Good times. Good
Anything
times.
else in tow
The only other thing
or
was
around?
I
Are we
was
resting
actually
here, or are we like going back to the ship and leaving?
Um,
how much did you have to drink?
a pretty good bit trying to put out the fire in me face.
Look, when you make something so damn good that they can't stop eating it.
Hey, just in time.
You'll never guess what we're about to do.
What are we about to do?
Go to sleep.
No,
After
I was actually gonna have Kitu bound around with me, and I was going to take that chest plate that he has off of him, and instead of a mask, have them fashion an armor with that chest plate kind of being the crest of it, so it fits him better.
Oh yeah, he's starting to really stretch the
Yeah.
edges out. He's getting chunky.
So
He's in that
basically,
husky kid phase where it's like, no, no, you're not fat, you're husky.
yeah,
Fat
and
fuck.
and basically have it like to where like everything's fat, like it clasps onto that breastplate itself as kind of like the armor plating in front of it, but everything else will fit him comfortably.
They can do that, making the armor fit much better, to an almost perfect degree. They're weavers of magic. The only caveat being that it will, anything they touch will have their telltale colors of the gold and white.
That's fine.
Joshi,
Mhm.
I was sad you missed this particular session because there's some things that might interest you if the party wants to enlighten you.
we're gonna murder a dragon.
Uh,
There's
Be- be-
basically Tiamat's avatar.
Oh.
Yeah.
and he came.
We're
Never
gonna
seen
murder
a
the
dwarf
shit out of it though.
shake with excitement.
Right
but
after I finish
this
shit.
man's excited.
You missed the banquet too.
Yes, we dined with cloud giants.
Yeah, the party was invited to this castle in the sky where cloud giants live. Cloud giants are kind, but immensely powerful, forbidden to interact with the affairs of small folk. But something has got them startled. Um, they said, basically, a terrible dragon has wrested control of the sky. He's smart enough not to be as overconfident as most of his kind. Usually older and ancient dragons have hundreds of miles of territory, which they begrudgingly respect from each other. This dragon has taken the skies from one horizon to the other. The cloud giants told the party, which they're telling you, that they worry that the worst is happening, that every few generations Tiamat will choose one dragon to be his chosen and rain destruction upon the land. Tiamat's chosen will be granted power, intelligence, and longevity. Most of the dragons of legend are often said to be Tiamat's chosen. That's how they got so powerful. Cloud Giants asked the party to please take care of this, if possible.
So we're gonna go fuck them up.
Yep.
And I'm gonna now that we're kind of out of the range of everyone, all the other cloud giants, I'm gonna lean over to James and say, uh, an, a descendant or a what is it, an avatar of Tiamat? What are we calling it?
Tiamat's chosen.
Tiamat's chosen. A chosen of Tiamat would be a grand prize for Kosuth, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but I think that monk wants to kill him.
Let's see, let's do him first.
If I get that killing blow, he'll go to Kosuth. I don't know. I don't know if that's a prerequisite or not, but
Not specifically though.
probably not.
So it's the intent.
I intend on letting that motherfucker go to Kosuth.
Yeah, I don't know if Josh cares about his soul necessarily, just his body. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Need a
Yo,
trophy.
buddy.
That's all I need.
But you also have stuff to do. You also have a main plot, so and any
Yeah.
number of things else to chase. That's just something you stumbled upon.
I've been sent
Listen,
after
Garrett,
a
killing
trap.
things is always the main plot.
Fuck these strings.
But
So what are we doing now? We
what
are
are you doing?
sleeping.
It's so totally up to you. What are you doing?
Are we like staying here tonight, or are we like boarding a ship and leaving out?
I don't see why we wouldn't just have the experience of seeing what it's like to sleep on a cloud.
Yeah.
There seems to be no money here. No one asked for money. No one asked for any kind of exchange.
Okay, that'll come later.
You see people, some people trading favors. It seems like a box of radishes, these giant hulking things, bigger than you've ever seen, and another person will give this like slab of meat. You wonder to yourselves, how much of this is kind of going through the motions. Like these are ethereal beings. It seems like they're sort of cosplaying simplicity. If that makes sense. Nonetheless, you are given free room and board. The beds are straight out of a dream, cloud, literally. Just as comfortable, just as soft or hard as you demand it. Uh, just as soon as the thought enters your brain, this is a little too soft, it firms. Vice versa.
But they're made of cloud,
They are.
so you can just make them softer,
Yes.
I guess.
They're
Yes.
magic clouds.
Magic.
I'm gonna spend a little time off in this side of the room, just sort of like clenching me hands together, like squeezing the life out of something.
Uh, like a teenage boy would do, or like an evil teenage boy would do. You know?
Oh, well, I don't have me member in my hand, so I guess I'll go
Okay.
for the
you have
ladder.
like you have like a kitten's brain in your hand, and you're just squeezing it or something.
I'm just sitting in the corner, like just nothing's in my hands. I'm just
Mm.
sort of like clenching them and releasing over and over while I'm looking at them.
Magic ain't gonna explain shit.
Yeah, the fun of the day, meeting new people, getting a quest, meeting some kind strangers, making friends, having fun with souffle, all of that sort of washes away to a background noise. Once you're left alone, all you hear is this internal monologue getting louder and louder, making demands, saying, wouldn't a beautiful bouquet of blood on these walls be better than this foolish art? Wouldn't the souffle, well, if he poisoned you today, he wasn't just joking. You need to get back at him. It's like these cloud giants, they think they're stronger than you. Endlessly chattering in your mind. Easy to put aside for now, but you feel the cold touch within you.
Getting bored faster than normal. It normally doesn't happen this fast. That's weird.
Gonna be okay.
Apart from that terrifying thing, the rest of you have a restful, wonderful sleep.
Waking up on cloud 9. I'm sorry, I had to fit that in there somewhere.
Do you feel better about yourself,
Boo.
James?
Do you ever visit the Cloud District?
I know I have a
Of
like
course you don't.
I have a handful of people that like have to take full 8 hours of rest, so I'll like stay up for like 4 hours, just sort of going through that same motion and thinking.
Yeah, is there a psychologist you guys have on call or anything? He's like in the corner of a room, just like flexing his muscles, just staring into the darkness. Like, oh well, check that aside for later. We'll put that on the to-do list.
Josh, I
He
think
keeps
there's some
waking
leftover
everybody up
pie
like,
if you
"Hey, are
want
you
some.
awake? Hey, are you awake? Hey, are you awake?"
Do what?
I said I think there's some leftover pie if you want some.
Oh God.
Pie.
Dear God, don't touch the pie.
John made spicy pie.
At your own discretion.
On that note, there's another reason that I stay up for 4 hours later than everybody else. It's constant
I
returns
breathe
to the
fire.
privy.
Butt-related reason.
Mm.
Yeah, Souffle played a little prank on his friendly patrons of Cloud Giants, making a double dipped fucking pepper jelly pie.
What's the DC? Or what do I need to roll?
If you try the pie, you'll take 2d4 of damage. You'll need to roll a con save.
Let's see.
It's your choice.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah,
2d4?
it's like spicy stuff.
See, you say that,
Spiciest you'll
and
ever
Josh rolled 2d4 the first time. It took 6 damage.
Well, let's say I got 7. And a con save?
Yes.
And a con save.
That'll be a 20.
Okay. I mean, hey, you take it like a champ. At the Thai restaurant, you're like, I want Thai hot, and they're like, no, you don't. You're like, yes, I do.
I said.
Are you one of those people, Garrett?
Hot.
No. I usually get hot, but I stick with the white people domain. I don't want Thai hot or
I was
Indian.
about to say, are you mayonnaise spicy or
No, give me white spicy, please.
I like mayonnaise spicy.
You take one bite of the pie, Josh, and you have a similar experience to the rest of the party. It is a goddamn masterpiece. Buttery, perfectly cooked, delicious, the best thing you've ever eaten. The spice sneaks up on you, though, starting with a cough in the back of the throat that gets more insistent. You start hacking and coughing. Your face turns red. Your lips turn blue. It's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten. Your mix of this ratatouille moment where it's like you stop and you look at the camera, like I said, mixed with like horrible ghost pepper, whatever bullshit synthetic pepper they got nowadays.
That's some good shit.
Like he just took a fat hit of a pumpkin. That was the most rowdy dab he's ever had in his life, and he can't handle it.
I mean, some of the Cloud Giants were on their knees coughing, but yeah, Bruce Lee, fucking, he wants it tie hot.
Give it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Souffle flexing both his skills as a chef and his pranksters, I suppose. So, what do you guys do now?
if we wake up in the morning, we head off to slay a fucking dragon.
You
Souffle will wake up to me standing over him, just
I was about
staring
to say,
him in
don't-
the
Oh
eyes.
God. You made
Don't we
it
have to
into
go
me for
meet up
life.
with somebody first?
I would have eaten
Before we
children
go-
first.
Before we go after the dragon, don't we need to go meet up with someone?
I was
Yeah.
wiping my
Yeah, we gotta
ass.
go meet
That's why
the
I'm awake.
Lavskar. The
Yeah.
Lavaskar. Rather.
So they had said, for Josh's benefit too, they have a lead because he now owns the sky from as long as you can see west to as long as you can see east. No fucking telling where he is. But they have a very powerful wizard, a fellow cloud giant named Dulavaskar, Herald of the Rain. Some of your compatriots wrote his name down. Don't worry. He said that he had spotted the great and terrible dragon near his wizard's tower in the clouds, and then all contact was lost. So, the most logical thing is to head there and see if he either is dead, or if he knows more about it, or if he saw the dragon, or who knows what.
All right, I think that's our next stop.
You hop in the whip. Do kids even say that
As
anymore?
I don't know.
Some do,
We
I suppose.
we know what it means. That's enough.
Well, right before we set off, I'll send off another missive to the monastery telling them, like, I'm going after this big bitch. It's mine. No one else come.
Yes. There, I have some monastery interactions. We'll save that for next time.
Alright.
Because, yes, they will likely at least be aware of what's happening. Dragon politics and dragon movements are cataclysmic. Like, bad. You guys hop in the whip. You, I assume, give Souffle and Whisper their gifts.
You in Bright Sun?
In bright
Yeah.
sun.
Right. Oh yeah, I was talking about you.
Yeah.
Yes. Souffle, you give.
Souffle, you
Yeah.
give
Yes.
out your gifts.
Yes, exactly. That sentence was structured properly. For In Bright Sun and Whisper, your compatriots, I assume you give them their gifts.
Yeah.
They're mighty pleased. Um, Whisper runs around with hers, playing with it and just holding it up to the sun and feeling how light it is and yet how strong it is. She's fascinated. She's doing all kind of like little experiments with it. In Bright Sun puts on the cap and looks quite dashing.
I immediately say, "Oh, Captain, my Captain."
And he's like, I've had this name since I was born. But I feel like
And I will turn
I've
to
earned it
him.
today.
I will turn to him. You are a fucking liar, cat. Don't you fucking lie to me with your bullshit cat antics.
Oh,
There, Mr. Pussycat.
didn't y'all say that
Whoa,
like he
whoa.
likes the heavy weapons, right? He likes the two-handers.
He did, yeah. Hmm.
Not much
Once
of a
upon a
fighter.
time.
He's a lover.
I've got something for you. Run back to me room, and I'll grab painful shit, and I'll bring it back to him. Be like, this was a good friend of mine for a really long time. His
He looks
name
at
He's
it.
giving you a painful shit, and he took a painful shit last night.
is painful shit.
He looks at it reverently. He can see the battle scars and the long history held in this weapon. Its long story just held in the pommel. You could see the grip marks, the indentions your hands have made it to where it is yours and no one else's. And he holds it reverently. He's like, I can't accept this. This is too much. I'm just a sailor now. I'm not a warrior like you.
No, you need to be able to defend yourself if the time comes. You are captain now, and the captain, even if he goes down with the ship, has to beat some fucking ass.
He looks at you solemnly and nods. He says, I will.
That's fucking right. Also, you can have all of these, and I'll just like start throwing down all of me other weapons that I had on me. So I have
Like, this
these.
kind of lessens it a little.
You've turned him into a vendor.
I have a great axe. I have these hand axes. I have this halberd for no reason. This javelin. Like all I really need is this. Somebody called it Bloodwing, but I haven't decided on a name for it yet.
Bloody
It'll,
shit.
it will depend on like how I feel after I like really planted in some people. You know.
Blood
You
shark.
go.
Name it Antflow.
So far, I'm thinking of Orphan Maker.
Oh,
My
dang.
god.
Okay. Good one. You, commiserating with In Bright Sun, the gang gets ready. As you take off, Whisper still playing with her new toy. The ship taking off. You have a long journey ahead of you. You rise higher and higher into the clouds, above, cresting upwards to the limit of your airship. The air here is cold, blasting. It's thin. It causes you to breathe heavily, unconsciously, anytime you're above deck or anywhere really. Just kind of like, just like you had done a jog, even just sitting perfectly still. Cold is the cold is pretty cutting through even your armor and your woven clothes, your furs, anything. It just cuts right through you. You feel like you're on top of the earth. Looking down, you see the great ocean, a few landmarks here and there, but it's like looking at ants deep down below. You can can see no detail. It's just this wash of color, high above in the sky. After a long period of time, you approach the tower. You can see it as told to you by the cloud giants. Great Wizard's Tower on a cloud. Its height is amazing. The tower looks straight out of a fairy tale. Not only just because it's sitting on a cloud, but the crown spire style that is its top is this beautiful mesh of like stone, X's, and wood buttresses making up its tall steep. You can see as you approach two enormous wooden doors. They look small from how far away you are now, but compared to their size, you can see that only doors of an auspicious cloud giant, 100-foot tall, massive doors into this unbelievably huge structure. Roll me perception.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any? Do I see like a dragon possibly perched on the tower or anything?
You might
27.
be onto something there.
26.
14. At least it's not a 7.
My perception's not that high. I got a 19.
So
No,
every
no, 16.
that's still pretty good. I think only one person rolled low. I guess you were I don't know. It's cold. You're shivering.
Asleep.
The rest of you, dashing out of the structure, two large dragons, fast as lightning bolts, take flight, rushing toward you. Black and white. They spin around each other in perfect sync, buzzing by your airship and disappearing into the clouds before swooping back down and flanking you on each side. Roll initiative for next time on D&D.
Oh my god.
Oh, preemptive initiative, huh?
Well,
We've done that before. He never remembers what we
no,
rolled.
hey, that's so correct and so mean.
22.
We'll roll them again. I was just joking. Yeah, we'll roll.
I knew that was bullshit.
I rolled a 1 million.
Garrett or Joshy, will you add a thing for my campaign on Discord?
I did.
Oh, you did? I didn't even look.
James's campaign. Character
Where'd it be?
details,
Where'd it be? Where'd it be? Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
All the way. Oh, it's at the bottom.
Yeah, chronological order, I think. I assume.
What is all this shit you have in here?
That's me, and then I'm Arab.
And then my
James-
character.
I'm surprised you didn't know all that was in there.
I had no idea.
All his
Yeah.
discords are muted permanently.
Oh, I believe it.